The past couple weeks, I've been raiding my parents' house, raiding my old room, because I knew that I had old comic books that I haven't looked through in a long time, as well as old VHS tapes. So it's awesome if you could tag along with me today just to reminisce a little bit and enjoy all the things of my childhood and adolescence. Welcome to Mostly Andre, where we talk about all things nostalgia and things that I'm enjoying about life right now. Let's get it. All right, we are back in the Brooks household. Basically, like I said, I've been raiding my parents' house. The room is messy, but these are the bags of either comics or VHS tapes. So we're just gonna go through it, have a casual conversation, and we're gonna see what's up. Of course, had Dragon Ball Mythical Adventure. There's always a lot of Dragon Ball movies that kind of were origin story things, and so this, when I first got it, I would watch all the time. Ninja Turtles 2, all of the Suit Ninja Turtles. I eventually need Abby to watch one of these ones. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle, Abby? Come on, you know his name.
Because you're Leonardo.
Yep.
And then, okay, so mine's Donnie.
Yes, Donatello. And there he is on the side, too, killing it. X-Men Evolution. For those who do not know, this was on Kids WB. This is even before I got into skateboarding. We see Black Man Spike holding it down on the skateboard. Super dope. But also got Elmo and Grouchland. This is how you really know that I was in the cut, bro. 4 years old, rewatching Elmo and Grouchland all the time.
Fun buddies!
Popeye. That one is actually pretty cool. All right, this one as well. I loved this. And this is one of the coolest, I would say, just looks of a box. We got the Yellow Ranger. Rest in peace. They're fighting putties and doing everything. It's just so crazy, the memories that flood back in my mind. Mighty Mouse. I am, if you had to ask me, Tom and Jerry versus Looney Tunes, I'm picking Looney Tunes. Mighty Mouse was very reminiscent of Looney Tunes. This had Yankee Doodle Donkey on it, and it also had Mary Had a Little Lamb. There was like a lamb one. I remember the music. Oh my gosh, like Mighty Mouse is cool. This honestly would look cool like on a shelf or on a wall. You know what I mean? Final 3 to highlight. Come on. I mean, come on. I don't even remember watching this one. I'm not gonna cap. What do I look like capping on camera? I do not remember this, but it's Superman month right now. It might be Fantastic Four month if Fantastic Four does better, but it's Superman month. Stop the cap. It's clean, right? For the final 2, for those who do not know, Mario Brothers did have a TV show. And so this is the Mario Brothers Super Show. And so what would happen sometimes is it would go from cartoon to live action. And the live action part was kind of like the same equivalency of Patchy the Pirate and SpongeBob. I don't care about it. All right, this is a good cartoon though. The last one for the blacks, bro. We got Static Shock. And this one was awesome, the new kid. So this was just right at the beginning of Static Shock. And even on the back, you could see some of the characters, everything kind of laid out. And they did his hair all right on this one. I would say overall, if we're talking about a VHS tape or case, I do prefer just the simple slim box. The VHS tapes was just such a fun and good time. I definitely really did enjoy it. What did you think of VHS tapes?
In my room growing up, it was like a big birdhouse, like a wooden, it looked like a birdhouse. It was painted really pretty. And in the top, when you like opened it up like you would like a birdhouse, I had a, square, classic, giant, small screen, but giant back TV with a VHS tape, and so I would just pop those in. I remember 321 Penguins was one of my go-tos. I had some VeggieTales on VHS. I don't remember what else I had, but yeah, I loved the VHS tape in my room, and having it in the little like birdhouse, it's very nostalgic for me.
When I was collecting comic books in high school, I was into a lot of What If comics. I was into Captain America. I was into Walking Dead, a little bit of Ninja Turtles, just kind of all around. So I'm not going to be going through all of these comics, but I have 2 things to mention. 3 things. 1, I'm not going to go through all the comics, but I'm just going to highlight certain ones. 2, I do not have a bag and board on all these comics, and all the comics are laid on their stomach, which I know. Boo. Yeah, boo me. That's bad. I need a long box so they can be vertical. I know. And 3, it's just cool reminiscing on them because these were all just comics that I enjoyed collecting back in the day. So we got ones like What If Punisher Killed Daredevil. We got this one, which is Kirby Genesis. So this is Kurt Busiek and Alex Ross, who did The Marvels. We got this one, which is Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, featuring Mr. Fear. This one got a bag and board. What if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic 4. This is just Marvel Tales featuring Spider-Man and the Punisher. I'm pretty sure one of Punisher's first appearances kind of looked like that. Ooh, what if Spider-Man became a crime fighter? What if the Avengers defeated everybody? What if original Marvel Bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? What if the Cosmic Avengers battled the Guardians of the Galaxy? What if Wolverine was Lord of the Vampires? Look at Punisher in his hair, bro. Look at this. Conan the Barbarian. What if Conan the Barbarian had walked the earth? What if Thor battled Conan? What if X-Men lost Inferno? Ooh, guess. What if Conan the Barbarian was stranded in the 20th century? This one's kind of cool too. This will be good in a bag. What if the Avengers had fought evil during the 1950s? So yeah, during this time, so keeping in mind again, like 2014, 2015, there was no What If TV series. Obviously, these are 70s or 80s. Pretty sure maybe 80s, but this was kind of before the What Ifs were more public knowledge, unless you were a comic head. And so I just really love seeing a whole bunch of these. Like I said, I have absolutely plenty.
Your new muscles will feel like dynamite.
Walking Dead, I'm reading through the omnibuses omnibuy once again, and I mean Michonne's Sword, that one was classic. I got that from Second and Charles a minute ago. I'm gonna put some respect on any of the Marvel team-ups, so I was super into collecting Marvel team-ups as well as collecting the What Ifs at the time. So shout out to Power Man, another What If Fantastic Four had not gained their powers. Shout out to the Vision, Behold the Vision, just so nice, so awesome. So this one is a random one, but I just picked this one up years ago just because I liked how it looked. Dark Water. I know that this is a TV show or a cartoon, but Hanna-Barbera, so if you're thinking of like Flintstones and everything, that's the same company. Like I said, I was into What If, and so this is a newer What If Avengers versus X-Men. This is a dope cover. We got Batman The Dark Knight Falls, and so a part of the Dark Knight Rises, or the Dark Knight Returns. Abby likes Miss Marvel, so shout out Miss Marvel. We got a nice bagged up, never opened X-Force there. Anne Rice's The Mummy. Old Man Logan, so Brian Michael Bendis was my favorite writer at the time. Old Man Logan and this whole story was just a lot of fun. Hulk, Hawkeye, and seeing Logan in new form is awesome. And now we have a movie. I mean, we've had it for years. Same thing, Death of Wolverine. That was depicted in one of the movies, but this was beforehand. Again, this is a cool concept that I did not end up reading any more of, but this was Hank Johnson, Agent of Hydra. So I want to talk about Age of Ultron. Ultron being a menacing, once again, Brian Michael Bendis, a menacing enemy. The one thing I have my gripe on is all the Avengers are basically dying off or are dead, and Black Panther survives all of that just to fall down a flight of stairs and break his neck. That is what happens. He dies by breaking his backside neck during that. So that's crazy. Age of Ultron was fun. It was cool though. And then we just got a classic little black suit in a Marvel team up. So overall, it's, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna get, like I said, a long box and just kind of organize these more and reread some of them. But ultimately, for the ones that I'm not reading, I would rather spread the wealth for those who are collecting and kind of get them away at a good price. So I think that'd be awesome. But single issues are a lot of fun, but right now I'm a little bit more into graphic novels, other than the Captain America series up by Chip Zdarsky that I'll read this year. But man, what a nostalgia trip. I remember getting all of these. I remember being amped on even the ones that I wouldn't read, just staring at them. I hated the art on the inside, but I loved the covers. I used to not like how 70s comics would look, so either the Silver Age or Golden Age. But I encourage declutter, look at the things you like, reminisce a little bit, and declutter. I think that's the main message. After you declutter, drink some water, go do something creative, go do something fun, and keep living life, because it's the one that we have. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.